Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Angel. I'm a director of photography and DI colorist based here in Mumbai, India. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to add very simple text or titles in your videos using DaVinci Resolve 18. I'm going to discuss related topics to that, and without wasting any further time, let's jump into the computer. So you can expand your effects, go to titles, and you will find this very basic title called text. Drag and drop it over your existing layer. Let's shorten it down. Now you can see that it has already created a new video layer too. You can drag upwards to create new further tracks. Whatever layering you want to do, you can do it like this. Now, if you drag and drop it over to the video, you will see that the program window is showing a black screen now because the title layer has completely overwritten the video layer. And when you remove it, it will be deleted as well, although you can get it back like this. But if you want to create your title above your video layer, then you want to put it on a different video track. Let's delete this extra track. Okay. Now you can click on the title layer. You can scrub around that. You will see the basic title text at the moment. Let's go to the inspector. You can expand it using this button. In under video, under title, you will see this rich text and it is set to basic title at the moment. Let's change it to Marine Drive, Mumbai. Now I have some settings for the text here. First of all, we have size. Let's decrease the size. Okay, like so. Now I'll have to zoom in a little bit on the window so that I can see it clearly. I can change the font here. Let's set it to AS track at the moment. This is a custom text that I have downloaded and installed on my computer. You can change the font face if there is, like bold or italics. There isn't in this font family. I can change the size as I have told you. Let's use tracking to make space on the text or reduce space, like so. Well, we have some basic font related characteristics as well, alignment, anchoring, font case, and everything. Now, we have zoom and positioning. You can reposition your text using these X and Y values like so. Okay, let's see the effect. Great. This zooming has a different purpose. It's here for animation. As you can see the keyframe anchor points here. But let's understand one concept really quickly. You see that in your inspector, you also have settings. In settings, you can zoom and you may want to, make the text bigger, and zooming is not the right thing to do because when you zoom, it will pixelate your text and it will reduce the quality. So this is not something that we can do, but we can increase the size and then your text won't pixelate. That's great. But why is there, let's make it smaller. Okay. But why is there a zoom in your title settings as well instead of just these common settings? Well, this zoom function is for your keyframe animations. I will teach that in just a bit. Alright, so now let's see what more we have in your inspector settings for titles. Let's increase the font size a bit. Okay, I will reposition it so that I can see it better. Perfect. Now let's zoom in on the program window like so with the mouse. Now we have stroke. Let's make this stroke size bigger. As you can see, it's creating a black outline. You can change the color, obviously. Let's make it green. We also have a button to make the stroke go outside only. This will allow you to create a stroke without changing the dimension of the actual text. If you don't have it on, then you will see the stroke will obscure the original text and that will look bad. Okay, let's come to drop shadow. Drop shadow is basically adding an angular shadow to your text. With your offset, let's make a shadow first. Make the angle. Okay. By the way, I'm holding on to these numbers and dragging them left and right to change the figure. And now I can reduce the blur and the opacity. And as you can see, I have a drop shadow on my text. And down below, we have this setting called background. Let's see what it will do. Let's make the height a little bit and then width. As you can see, it has made a background for my text. Let's make the text smaller so I can see it better. Let's make the width smaller as well. Okay. As you can see, there's a curve. You can make this curve sharper or smoother, and I can control the opacity with this slider. So these are your inspector settings for your title. I can obviously use these settings also for positioning and everything, but as I said, I don't recommend using zoom. But we can use rotation and every other thing like cropping, like we do with the video layers as well. Now let's remove this background and the drop shadow as well. And let's learn how to change the color of your text. So there is the color setting. You can just click on this white and then choose whatever color you want with these sliders or these presets as well. Let's choose this orange and there you have it. So this is how you can color your text. Now we also have two lines of text. So let's drag and drop this middle lower third sample. Let's see, we have these two titles now. We have a rich text 1 and then a rich text 2 for sample. I can change it to whatever I want, like so, or I can just delete it. And I can control both of them in a similar fashion as we have done before. We also have some more effects based titles and fusion based titles basically. And we can see the effect by just scrubbing without even clicking on this text. Just scrub from left to right to see what the animation or what the effect is going to be. For example, let's go below and let's find this fade on transition. Let's just scrub. And as you can see, it starts with a simple blur effect. And also it's dynamically zooming the text a little bit as well. So let's drag and drop this fade on and you will see this icon here, which is indicating that it's a fusion based text. So it's basically using some kind of GPU power as well to control and to create this animation. We have similar settings. Let's write Marine Drive here and let's see what it does. I can control the length of this title by just reducing it. Let's see again. You can explore this gallery of fusion titles yourself so that you can have a better understanding of what kind of titles you can create using DaVinci Resolve's inbuilt presets. Now I have two text layers and I want to create a transition. Let's say I want to create a fade first. So let's control the opacity using these sliders. Using this, the texts will come in a subtle way. Let's see. Okay, these are too short, that's why it's happening. Let's make them big on both ends. Let's increase the transition as well. Okay. As you can see, they are coming with a fade and going with a fade. Now, let's put a cross dissolve between these two. So let's remove this opacity transition first. And let's go to video transitions and going on top, we have cross dissolve. Let's put that in the middle. And now we'll see that it will cross dissolve and come and appear basically. So this is how you can control your text files. And now let's understand how to make an animation yourself. First of all, it's coming with a fade. Now I want to add a dynamic zoom to it. So let's go to settings and add a dynamic zoom to the clip. Now I want to swap the animation. Okay, so it's coming with a zoom now. Now I can also give it a slight rotation. So let's remove these opacity sliders first. And let's click on and highlight it basically. And then in the settings, let's come to this rotation angle. Let's make the first key point of rotation on the first frame. And then somewhere here, in the middle, I want to create another key point. Now, on the first frame, I'll just rotate it ever so slightly. Okay. and then let's see the effect. So it's coming with a slight rotation and then it's going back to normal. Alright, so this is how you can control your keyframe animations for your text layers similarly as you do with your video layers. So if you want to make a template sort of your titles or your graphics for future reference, then you can just create a timeline like I have done, and I keep it on my project template basically. And then on this timeline, I have these text files. Let's copy them. Let's go to any project that I'm working on or any timeline. And then let's make an eye point like so on the very beginning, because I want the text to come in the beginning. And my auto text selector should be off for this layer because I don't want the title to come on this layer, and it should be turned on the layer above. There is nothing on top, so it won't matter. It will come on this track now. Let's Control V to paste it, and there you go. Now it's coming a little on the black bar. Let's select them all and going to settings. Let's make them go little up. So this is how you use text and graphics in DaVinci Resolve 18. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Do consider subscribing to my channel if you liked it. Comment down below to let me know what kind of topics you're expecting me to make in the future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.